90-Day Fiancé. Julia Trubkina reunites with family abroad amid emotional changes. Where is Brandon? Julia Trubkina, one of the recognizable stars of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, appears to have made a major move in her personal life. The Russian-born reality star, who became known for her fiery personality and ongoing relationship challenges with husband Brandon Gibbs, is currently spending time with her family overseas. Her recent reunion with loved ones marks a significant chapter in her life, one shaped by recent grief, emotional distance, and a possible change in direction for her future in the United States. Julia's background. From South Korea to small-town Virginia, Julia originally hails from Russia, but was working as a go-go dancer in South Korea when she met Brandon Gibbs, a quiet man from Virginia. Their cross-continental romance began online, and their connection led Julia to come to the United States on a K-1 visa to be with Brandon. The couple tied the knot in 2020 during Season 8 of 90-Day Fiancé, and since then, viewers have followed their ups and downs, both on and off camera. Living on Brandon's parents' farm in Dinwiddie, Virginia, proved to be one of the couple's early challenges. Julia had difficulty adjusting to rural life and often voiced her discomfort. Her strained relationship with Brandon's parents, along with the strict household rules she faced upon arrival, only added tension. Many viewers remember Julia's now infamous declaration, "I go Russia," during heated arguments, an expression of her homesickness and emotional exhaustion. While the couple eventually moved into their own apartment and appeared to be on more stable ground, Julia's recent social media activity reveals a new chapter unfolding, one that may not include Brandon by her side. A family reunion abroad, without Brandon. In a surprise Instagram update, Julia shared a series of photos from Belgrade, Serbia, alongside her family. The caption read, "Meet my family. I think only I can bring people together who haven't communicated with each other for years." The images featured her with both of her parents and her sibling, smiling and appearing at ease. Her excitement and sense of comfort were unmistakable. The reunion comes shortly after Julia experienced the loss of her beloved dog, Simba, a pet she often referred to as her baby. Simba's passing left her devastated, and it's likely that her trip was partly motivated by a desire to reconnect with her roots and find emotional support in the company of her loved ones. However, one noticeable absence caught fans' attention: Brandon. Nowhere in the photos or posts did Julia mention her husband. Curious followers quickly commented, asking, "Where is Brandon?" But Julia remained silent on the matter, fueling speculation about the current state of their relationship. Why Julia chose to visit family alone. Julia's trip raises questions about what may have motivated her to leave the U.S., especially without Brandon accompanying her. Some followers believe that the trip might have been planned in response to a period of emotional stress. Losing Simba clearly had a deep emotional impact on her. Given her history of homesickness, it would make sense for Julia to seek comfort by returning to her roots, even temporarily. But others see more beneath the surface. Julia has long expressed a longing for her family to visit her in the U.S., but it was revealed during earlier episodes that her parents had divorced and had a contentious relationship. Their frequent arguments made it difficult for them to even be in the same room together. Still, Julia had hoped that seeing her parents again, together, would bring her peace. She also faced resistance from Brandon when it came to her parents potentially visiting. During 90-Day, the last resort, Brandon expressed concern about her parents coming to the U.S., prompting Julia to take matters into her own hands. She went as far as applying for their visas without telling him. That decision hinted at deeper communication struggles in the marriage. Fans have speculated that Brandon's hesitation wasn't just about a short-term visit, but about the long-term implications. Perhaps he feared that Julia's parents would want to stay longer or move in with them, adding to the couple's existing stress. The possibility of being financially responsible for her family might have seemed daunting, especially if Julia hoped they would help support her emotionally or play a role in their future. Julia's reflections on motherhood and grief. Julia's path to self-discovery has not been without hardship. During her time in the U.S., she learned from a doctor that having children might not be an option due to medical concerns. Though Brandon encouraged her to seek a second opinion, Julia chose instead to focus on her pets, embracing a different kind of nurturing role. Simba's death was a heartbreaking moment for her. She had often referred to the dog as part of her family, and losing him was like losing a piece of herself. This event may have been a major factor in her decision to fly out and spend time with her family, who could offer the support she needed during a period of grief. Though she hasn't publicly stated whether her departure is permanent, fans are beginning to wonder if this could mark a longer-term separation from the United States, or even from Brandon. Is Julia planning to leave the U.S. permanently? One of the biggest questions circling the fan community is whether Julia's trip is temporary or if she has plans to move back to Europe for good. Her lack of public communication about her husband and her silence on social media about their relationship status is prompting speculation that she might be considering a fresh start. So far, there's been no confirmation that she and Brandon have separated. But it's notable that Julia appears to be spending time with her family abroad, while continuing to post about them enthusiastically without acknowledging Brandon's absence. On past seasons of Happily Ever After, Julia often voiced her discomfort with American life, especially farm life in Virginia. Although she gradually adjusted and found ways to pursue her personal goals, she never truly seemed at ease. Whether it was the language barrier, cultural differences, or her sense of isolation, Julia's life in the U.S. seemed to come with ongoing challenges. Returning to her family could offer her the opportunity to rediscover her roots and reconnect with parts of her identity that had been set aside. It may also give her clarity on what she wants for the future, both personally and in her relationship with Brandon. Will this story play out on Happily Ever After? With Season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After already announced, many fans are wondering if this new chapter in Julia and Brandon's lives will be documented on the show. The couple has been candid in the past, and their on-screen presence often highlights real-life tensions that resonate with viewers. If cameras were rolling during Julia's departure, or if her time abroad becomes a major part of the storyline, fans could get a more detailed look into what's really happening behind the scenes. It's also possible that Julia's grief and Brandon's absence will play a role in shaping the direction of their future together. Given their complex relationship history, from differing views on family, parenting, and home life, it wouldn't be surprising if this season presents a major turning point. What's next for Julia Trubkina? Julia's journey has always been one of self-discovery and adaptation. From life on a farm in rural Virginia to navigating cultural changes and personal setbacks, she's been transparent about the challenges she's faced. Her current time abroad could be a needed break, a reunion, or even a reset. Whether she returns to America or chooses to start anew elsewhere, fans will no doubt be watching closely. For now, Julia seems focused on family, healing, and rediscovering herself after a series of emotional hurdles. As for Brandon, his silence remains just as telling as Julia's. Only time, and perhaps a new season of 90 Day Fiancé, will reveal where their relationship truly stands.